David Hunt of Hunt Auctions joining us now on 104.5 The Team. And Dave, every Super Bowl, I always see you walking around Radio Row. You have some of the coolest NFL gear. Tell NFL fans in the state of New York what it is that you guys do every year around the Super Bowl time.
Yeah, we're honored to be here again. This is the 7th year we're working in partnership with NFL Auction. And really the goal when we set out to do this with them was to have the best of what the current players have on the field is coming away from the NFL and sort of merge them with the historic pieces, the older players, and bring that to NFL fans.
Okay, so you guys are going to have an auction this week. Is that how it goes?
Yeah, we do an auction that's online now all week, and then it culminates with a live auction here in Phoenix. But people can bid literally all over the country. If you're snowed in back in New York,
yes,
you can log into your laptop or your phone and bid live next weekend as long as you're registered.
NFLauctions.com and HuntAuctions.com. It's David Hunt of Hunt Auctions joining us.
I'm a little in awe. You said, speaking of New York, what is this in front of me right here?
This is cool. I mean, again, anytime you have modern pieces, authenticity is really important to know where it came from. This is the actual kickoff ball from last year's Super Bowl in New York between the Seahawks. And once that was kicked off, and obviously the Seahawks won the game, now it becomes a piece of history. So if you're a Seahawks fan and you want the first ball that was used in the history of your franchise's first World Championship, this is it.
Is there a guy or a person or a business that is the most frequent to Hunt Auctions where you're like, oh, there's Mike again. His ass loves our stuff?
Yeah, it's funny. We've done it for so many years now that there are repetitive people. It's almost like family. They come and they see us, shake your hands, give you a hug. Hey, we're here again. They sit down in the front row and start, banging out the bids. So it's fun. We make it to be entertaining.
And these are just people that are football fans with a lot of money?
A little bit of everything. You get people that do this for investment, for fun, collecting. The one thing about the NFL, whatever sport you like the best or not, the one thing I will say for NFL fans, they are truly the most fanatical about their team. The other sports have very great fans, but about their teams, these people are off the charts. And if they have to go to battle for a piece, they go crazy over it. So.
David Hunt of Hunt Auctions. Go to NFLauctions.com, HuntAuctions.com. Some incredible pieces, including, all right, now this football for the kickoff of the Super Bowl. Do we know the PSI on it by chance?
We do not. I know that it's official. It was kicked off, and it's a great piece.
All right, just check in.
We can keep that away from the Patriots.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, we had to do it.
No problem.
Now, when I look at some of this stuff,
I'm
seeing prices. I'm seeing some high prices. But what's the price range? Like if I'm a fan with a little bit of cash, I'm a fan with a lot of disposable income. Where do I go on this?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked. I mean, that's something that's important to both the NFL auction and us is to have something for everybody. So there are a ton of things in here, almost 1,000 lots total. That are going to be $100, $200, $300, signed things, Buffalo Bills, New York Jets, Joe Namath, Jim Kelly, all kinds of great pieces for very affordable and fun things.
You mentioned some New York sports. We're your home for New York sports in Albany, New York. Give us, if we had some New York sports fans listening right now that they were just saliva building up in their mouth when hearing you talk about it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously there's all kinds of Jets things from those great teams like the Sack Exchange pieces and obviously Joe Namath signed material. All the way up to the current players as well. There's going to be some game-worn jerseys from the NFL auction surrounding New York Jets, Eli Manning for Giants fans, Buffalo Bills, all kinds of different things. Thurman Thomas, Bruce Smith, all of them.
NFLauctions.com, HuntAuctions.com. David Hunt of Hunt Auctions joining us. It's live on Radio Row, Armen Levack, 104.5 The Team.
Now, you've got another piece of NFL history in your lap right there. You have the Aaron Rodgers jersey. That's great. I know there's a lot of cheeseheads that are excited about that.
He played in this, huh?
Yeah, this is a game.
Or did you drop in the mud?
I did.
Okay, just checking.
He got hit hard on that one.
Yeah, his calf wasn't 100% when he wore that jersey. But this other one you got, I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, it's pretty historic. I mean, this is one of the things we like to do each year is bring some real power pieces, and this is Jim Brown. Obviously, considered by most people, historians, to be the singular greatest player in NFL history. This is an early 1960s example. And the cool thing about this is, as you notice, it's literally a one-piece uniform.
Yeah, it's got like a snap-up piece.
It's a onesie.
Right.
Literally. And this was recently discovered in a great collection out in Pittsburgh with 25 other vintage jerseys, Sonny Jurgensen, Lance Rensel, Ernie Stautner. Just unbelievable find of jerseys, and this being the highlight piece should be about $50,000 to $100,000 in the auction.
Wow.
Really? Pretty cool.
That thing's incredible.
So if I scream, look at that, point the other way, and would I be able to snake that out of your hand real fast?
There's cameras everywhere here, buddy. Everywhere.
He already knows where they're at, too.
Yes,
like over there,
yes,
over there.
I do.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is incredible.
But it's fun. It's fun to see people's reaction. And we tell folks, even at home online, even if you don't want to bid on this stuff, Go look at it. It's cool to see it. It's like a traveling online museum almost.
And it's in front of our hands.
I know.
This is weird.
Like I just want to do. Like I'm just going to touch the football. I feel good now. Everything
good?
Yeah. I mean, well, that was kicked off to start.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
The Super Bowl.
I think the PSI is probably closer to 14.
Well, it was a kicker.
Actually.
It's a kicker's football. It's got the K on it, so it's protected by the officials.
David Hunt of Hunt Auctions with us. NFLauctions.com, HuntAuctions.com. Check out all these items. David, you've been doing this, you said, for 7 years now. You guys have been teamed up with the NFL. The coolest piece of NFL merchandise you guys have ever gotten in your Hunt hands?
I think one of the most unique pieces that we obviously got access to through NFL auction is when the Saints were in the Super Bowl and they had the famous onside kick. That really flipped that entire game. It changed the entire game. We had the actual onside kick ball. So what was really neat about that is if you want to talk about something that meant so much to a certain franchise, that ball to Saints fans was literally like the holy grail. So it brought like 13 or 14,000. But aside from the money, it just was. I mean, what better could you bet if you're a Saints fan? Is that ball to remember that Super Bowl by? Think of the stories you can tell 25 years from now with that football.
Does like blooper memorabilia bring in big money? Like think about the Bills Super Bowl. Thurman Thomas couldn't find his helmet. Sure. Like if you get your hands on that helmet, is that helmet worth as much as anything?
Some things are, some things aren't. It's kind of funny. I mean, these auctions and the interest in things, much like the ball that's out in Seattle right now, that winning football that the fan didn't want to sell it. The interesting part about that is if the Seahawks go out this weekend and lose by 50 points, that ball's not that big a deal.
Right, the value goes
if
right
they
down.
win, that is a very big deal because that's the ball that sent them there. So all these things are timing, and a lot of people overplay that value card, if you will, because these items are worth what somebody will pay for them. That's it.
He's like
it's all timing.
He's like betting $20,000 in the Super Bowl right now.
I don't know what his reasoning is, but I can tell you that if he's going to sell it at some point, now if he's not going to sell it, I think he said he wanted to give it to his kids or give it back to the players. That's fine. Right. But if he's going to sell it, he should sell that before the Super Bowl, in my opinion.
Oh, you're picking the bats.
I'm just saying. Wow. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying your odds are not as good, obviously. Right. At best, you got a 50-50 chance. Right. And I think the Patriots have a real good shot at winning.
So basically, if you wouldn't bet $20,000 on the Super Bowl, sell that ball.
Personally, I would agree with that statement.
All right.
Good stuff. David Hunt of Hunt Auctions. Again, NFLauctions.com, HuntAuctions.com. Check out all the cool memorabilia. Now, Dave, we got 2 gags that we're doing, and these are self-admitted 2 bits, all right? Bit number 1, Radio Row Week. Please tell them what we're trying to revive.
Sure. We want to revive the 5. There's too much fist bump. There's too much nonsense. There's not enough good old-fashioned high fives going around.
Got it.
So would you join me in a high five right now?
Of course. I'm a vintage guy.
Let's get it on right now.
That was intense.
That was a good one.
Damn, we got a photo of that too in action.
Producer
it's
Mike,
like we practiced and we didn't.
And if you're a little wary of me, we do have a lot of hand sanitizer. So we're good.
That's true. We have a bucket of it, so don't worry about that.
No worries.
And Dave, but we're here because of Bud Light, so we want to give you a piece of memorabilia. Who knows? Maybe that vintage Bud Light shirt will be worth something.
We'll sign that. Do you think you could get anything if Armen and Levack sign that?
The question is, would it be worth less or more after sign?
Fair question
that is
too.
A fair question.
That's a great question.
I can't answer that. You guys can.
That is so well put up. My feelings aren't even hurt.
I think we can find one listener that thinks it's worth more. We could probably find more that say that we would be defacing this fine piece of Bud Light memorabilia.
So you're saying your mom's listening?
My mom would be
the one that
absolutely.
She'd
probably frame it. Dave, appreciate it. David Hunt of Hunt Auctions, NFLauctions.com, HuntAuctions.com.
I'm sorry. I just have the deflated footballs, Deflategate. What would those bring?
Here's the thing.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good, dude.
Here's what I'll say. I mean, just as sort of U.S., controversial things have happened in sports for as long as sports have been around, baseball, football, whatever it might be. The thing about pieces like that is it's interesting, especially as you guys being in the media will know. Right. This stuff is all media-driven.
Right.
It is. If you ask the majority of people out there, they're so sick of hearing about it, it's not even funny, whatever side you're on. So that question won't be answered until about 3 or 4 days from now when that cycle's done.
Okay.
Because if everybody doesn't care about it, they're not actually worth that much. Now, again, going back to the timing, if you sold one a week ago or something and there was a lot of interest in it, maybe a lot of money.
You don't think like Paulie and Southie, would be like just to blow it up, would pay a couple $100?
It's a good question.
I'm telling you, I'm here to work for you. I mean, if you need me, I'll go find some stuff.
If you need us to reach out to Paulie, whatever you do.
Yeah, I'll blow that thing right up.
David Hunt of Hunt Auctions, HuntAuctions.com. Dave, thanks for your time, man. Appreciate it. Have a great week.
Thank you.
All right.